Hello everyone, this is another great weekend, a weekend marked by great soccer matches. We've got all the big clubs, giants out to play today. And speaking of which, very important for me to mention, this week has been a different week altogether. The weather has been so atrocious. The weather has been so bad. Bad in the sense that it's been so cold. I'm talking of bone chilling cold. So having to trudge through that all week, that felt punitive enough. So I'm so happy that the weather today is all warm. It's very sunny and shiny. That's the kind of a weather I like, and couple that up or blend that up with what's coming up, these Premier League matches. It kind of puts me on a different scale of happiness. So let's get down to the soccer analysis. We had some big games this morning. One of the biggest game that played this morning was Liverpool away to Crystal Palace. A very uptight, very just a very hard game for Liverpool. It's not easy to go to Crystal Palace and grind out or produce a result. But some way, somehow, at the opening stages of that game, they managed to conjure out a win, a goal courtesy of Diego Jota. He's good. He's been phenomenal. He's been sensational. So he gave them that one goal that would go out to dictate, the rest of the game. So Liverpool won that game by one goal to spring themselves back to the top of the Premier League. The second game that followed sequentially from that was the Manchester City Fulham game. This is another game that was marked with peak level drama. So in terms of goals, back and forth. So Fulham struck first in the 29th minute, a very golden chance, and they took full advantage of it. So that goal sprang them into the lead. But that lead didn't last long. That lead was quickly taken down by Kovacic. Kovacic, 2 consecutive goals. Kovacic is such a great midfielder. He has been with Manchester City not for very long. I believe this is numerically his second season, and he's been showing great signs of improvement. He came out a very docile midfielder, but now he's very an attack-minded player. You have goals coming from him, coming through from this guy when you least expect them to. So today wasn't any different. He decided to carry the team on his back by these 2 goals, because these are the goals that fired Manchester City into the lead. So the game stayed that way. The 2 teams kept plugging away, they kept plugging along until the 80th minute, when Doku's introduction completely changed the complexion of the City's attack. Doku, he's one of the summer acquirements. This is a player that has a very high level dribbling power. He can dribble the ball, and his visibility or vision is really good when it comes to picking out his own teammates. He was a huge difference maker in this game. He came through for this City's side. He gave them the much deserved third goal to keep this game out of Fulham's reach. But then Fulham, a stubborn team they kept on pushing hard, and barely towards the end of the game, I would say, they managed to pull one goal back to make the scoreline 3-2. So Manchester City were very lucky to sneak away with a 3-2 win. I mean, I expected much from them. I expected them to show Fulham who is the boss. But you know, that wasn't the case, of which that's very natural, that's very organic. When it comes to Premier League, you can't undermine any team. Just come out prepared, because you just never know what the other team will bring on the table. Anyways, moving on, the other game that played synonymous or simultaneous to the Manchester City Fulham game was the Arsenal Southampton game. This is another game that was interesting to the max. Arsenal were very lucky. Actually, I wouldn't say that they were very lucky to win that game, because right at the end of the last stages, they stamped out more like a commanding lead. They were in charge of this game, but the way this game opened up, the opening stages of this game, Arsenal was so frail. They were so enfeebled by these frequent incursions by these Southampton side. Actually, they got the first goal of the game, the Southampton side, and Arsenal couldn't find an equalizer until somewhere in the second period of the game. But right after that, they seem to have figured them out really good. They seem to have read them out really good. They started making all these dangerous runs. They've got very great players right now, the likes of Saka, the likes of Gabriel Martinez, the likes of Kai Havertz. These are guys that are firing on all the cylinders. It's very hard to stop them at this point. They have the ability to slice through the toughest defenses possible. So just to cut to the chase, Arsenal won this game by 3-1 to keep themselves well positioned in the top 4, to maintain their position in the top 4. As far as the action tomorrow, tomorrow is technically what I would tag as a Super Sunday. We have some great showdowns happening tomorrow. So Aston Villa will welcome Manchester United to Villa Park. Such an amazing game that should be. So I'm looking forward to watching that game tomorrow. And in other areas, Chelsea will welcome Nottingham Forest to Stamford Bridge, and lastly, Brighton will welcome Spurs in their own turf. So we have the three very great games, three very amazing games tomorrow. And here in Canada, they will air at 7 a.m. in the morning. Very early. I mean, it's not very early in the morning, but yeah, 7 a.m. to me, it's just a little bit off. I mean, I'm an early bird, but still, sometimes, I kind of feel like, that's throwing a wrench into my, weekends, more like schedule. Just don't want to be up too early in the morning to catch a game. But I mean, that's just what the time difference does to you. Anyways, I'm not gonna fuss or whine anymore. Just gonna cut this video at this point, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.